Hi everyone. Today is my masterclass that is public. It's not just for people in my groups, it's for everyone, anyone who's registered. And it's really, really interesting to observe my, how I'm kind of reacting and responding, how my body reacts, how my mind responds to my body. Because the first masterclass I ever did of this kind was in September 2021. And it was something new. It was frightening. I had no idea, what to expect. I had no idea what to expect mostly from myself. The only thing I did have a habit of is, worrying about my performance and worrying about how I would be received and whether people will be happy and whether people will get, what they thought they wanted and all that stuff. Over the years, it's become easier and easier. And this time, so this is 2 years later, a little more than 2 years later. And, I haven't been nervous at all. In fact, when I saw some of the people on the list, a lot of familiar faces and names, and even the unfamiliar names, it felt very joyful when I looked at the list. And so as I'm anticipating being with you all on Zoom, I feel quite excited, actually. So it's interesting to see, again, all that's happening around events like these. And, in a way, here I am putting myself out there. I'm going to be talking to you. I'm going to be sharing my whatever it is that the wisdom that I have come to on my voyage, the wisdom that I'm blessed with. It's not mine, it's all of ours. And so it feels that sharing it with everyone is part of the service that I'm here to offer. So, on one hand, I'm guided and driven by the inner voice and the purpose and, honoring and respecting my purpose, my role here, my being of service. And at the same time, the other energy that is palpable is the old familiar way of, what will they think of me? What should I do? Should I primp up a little bit more? Should I do something with my face? Should I do something with my hair? What should I put? See, I put on this bright sweater and it's just this constant mitigating of the higher self and the self that's used to being judged or punished, as a child, or feeling not enough, not good enough, not enough, even though it is a free masterclass that I'm offering for people who are interested. So there's people are, giving their time to this, but, I'm not charging anything for it. It's completely in public service. And yet I'm still worried, am I going to give enough? Am I going to do enough? So it's interesting to be an observer of these energies and also to celebrate the fact that, how far I've come, because the worried me, the one who is concerned that, did I prepare enough? Did I do enough? That's receding. I not only am I, I've prepared, I've thought about it, I've put down on paper some of the things that I want to touch on today. And at the same time, I'm also so aware that most of these masterclasses become a channeling opportunity for me, or kind of they become this vehicle for information that needs to be delivered, that needs to come out. So whether I wrote it down on paper, whatever I wrote down as a structure, it's more of a kind of rough guidance, but everything else will be coming as needed. And some of the things I also couldn't prepare for, because I will be asking some questions and, I have no idea the answers will be. So I will be playing with whatever comes in the moment, and that's what I usually do in my sessions with people anyway. So yeah, it's an interesting place of the familiar kind of need and desire to control how I'll be received, to kind of do something, maybe or maybe not do something with my appearance. At the same time, understanding that, everything that I've been doing in terms of my purpose and service, my appearance is so irrelevant. It's what animates this vessel that is most potent. And yeah, of course, I'm using my personality and I'm using my humanness to deliver the information, and maybe there is something of personality that is important, or the way I look, or something that is somehow, resonating with people who receive the information. But it's just interesting, that I already know that none of it is important. What's important is what's going to happen through me, and what's going to happen in response and in interaction and in dancing with the people who will be with me live. And then whatever will happen with people who will be watching the recording, it's the primary purpose is to transmit the message that wants to come through me, and hopefully inspire people enough to start thinking about some of the ways they've been operating differently. And the only reason why that is important is because there is a lot of suffering that comes from our habitual ways of operating. There is a lot of suffering that we experience because of our beliefs, because of the expectations, because of the way things have always been done before. And and I realized that we can remove some of that suffering. That suffering is optional. And so, I guess my purpose is to share my story and to share whatever wisdom I was privileged to get to on my journey, and in the hopes that it would ease some of your suffering, and in the hopes that it would ease some of your relationships, and so you can spread the love to the people in your realm. So it's kind of like a beautifully contagious positive virus that I'm spreading, and then you will be spreading with everyone around you. And and it's beautiful, and it's fun, and that's what relationships are all about. We're a community. I'm nothing on my own. At the same time, there is that, relationship with myself, where one of honor and respect. And yet, I am just playing my instrument in the cosmic orchestra. So there is that at once huge humbleness, and also, very weighty importance of my being here. So just wanted to share this with you, and I will be back tomorrow.